All right, producer AB. Give me a thumbs up if the audio sounds okay. We're trying something new.
You
I
guys
can't
sound
hear you. Okay, but we got the thumbs up. All right, we have for the first time in quite a while, maybe almost a year at this point, an in-office guest. So Anthony, you came all the way out here from Iowa to visit us, or maybe you're some other reason you're in town. But regardless, you are here in Detroit, Michigan. How are you doing today, man?
I'm good, man. First time in Detroit. I'm from the Pacific Northwest eventually, or whatever. But yeah, man, first time in Detroit. Um, I was great. Detroit's awesome. A nice little gem. But yeah, it's good to be out here, man.
All right. So give us a little bit of your background. Tell us about your trading, investing career, anything else that just helps us give us a little bit of context.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, I'm a Division One wrestler, so I love to compete. Or former Division One, too old now, but yeah, so love to compete. So when I was in college, I kind of started trading on the old school OG platforms, and then Robinhood showed up on the scene, made it a lot easier for guys like us to start trading. And yeah, so I've been about trading for about a decade now. Self-taught, YouTube YouTube University kind of helped out with the trading learnings and whatnot. But yeah, so trading for about a decade, manage all my own portfolios and funds, and just love it. Absolutely love it.
Okay. But then you said Robinhood is not enough, right? You mentioned that you were from the traditional brokerages. You made the move to Robinhood,
Yeah.
but then something happened where you said Robinhood is not enough, and now you're launching your own business. So tell us about that and why you're getting it going.
Yeah, so fantastic question. So back in January, we all know the turmoil that happened in the markets. And I was actually working on another software company at the time. So Stonks Trading is my fourth company, and I've successfully exited two of them already. So I was working on another SaaS product, and I was laying in bed reading through Bloomberg and Benzinga and Yahoo Finance, and all of a sudden you can't trade GameStop anymore. And I was like, yeah, this isn't gonna work. There's a marketing issue here. And so it was like 5:30 in the morning. So I wake my wife up. I was like, Jill, I'm gonna start another company today. She's like, no, please don't do that. Please just work on what you're working on. And so I was like, give me 36 hours. Let's see what happens. And so launched Stonks Trading with a landing page, bought $500 worth of Facebook advertising, and we had 1,400 people sign up for the wait list in about 30 hours. So Stonks Trading is what we're working on right now.
All right, and one, I love how easy the CPC advertising makes it, right? Where you can just throw something out there and get quick market feedback, because we love to do that as well when we're testing new products. But tell us a little bit about the Stonks trading experience. Like what should users expect? How are you going to be interfacing with the users, etc.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So I think we need to start from kind of the unique value proposition that we have for our users specifically. We are attempting to create the first user-owned financial platform. The first iteration of that being a retail trading app, and that was pretty much the market sentiment at the time, when everybody thought like these retail trading apps were kind of on the retail traders' side, and then turns out that they weren't. And so when looking at the market, how we're going to build our go-to-market strategy, I was like, man, let's give away 500,000 people shares of our company. And so that's literally what we're doing, is we're giving away about a quarter of our company right now just to users, so that we kind of always put our people first, right? And like that needs to be the sentiment of companies like moving forward. It's like, when you put your customers and your people first, they're going to be evangelists for you, and they're going to be lifelong customers. And so that is literally our value proposition right now. And it kind of falls off of what Warren Buffett has believed for forever. It's shareholders make the best customers, right? So what does Warren Buffett do? He only drinks Coca-Cola. He only eats dilly bars. He only buys his mattresses at Nebraska Furniture Mart. I mean, so he is a consumer of the companies that he owns. And so with those kind of building blocks in place, giving shares away of our company, putting our people first, we're going to build a kick-ass company, man. And it's going to be for the people, by the people.
Okay, that's sweet, and I'm learning about this at the same time that all of you guys are. So let me ask this: in terms of the mechanism for users to get those shares, is it users who are on the wait list now, and then they go ahead and they create the account when available, and then that's their gifted shares? Is it basically work like that? Does everybody get shares in proportion? What exactly does that look like?
Yeah. So right now, our app, our trading platform will launch October 17th. Knock on wood. That's what the engineers told me this week. So in about a month, in 3.5 weeks, 3.5 weeks.
Come on now.
So we're gonna beta launch in about 3 weeks, and so right now it's you go to trystonks.com. There's a button that says join waitlist, get 5 free shares, throw it up. Trystonks.com. Um, join the wait list. There's no obligation. We would hope that you download the app when it's ready, but so join the wait list. We're giving 5 shares away, and then the mechanism that the vehicle that we'll be using in order to give those shares away is through a share drop on Republic. So we're partnering with Republic to be able to administer those shares. And yeah, so just join the wait list and then eventually download the app. You'll get shares. Yeah, man, like that is literally what I'm dedicated to right now. Is building a good app and giving the shares away. So
Okay, and our users I know are going to be curious about the back end, right? Like who are you clearing through? Who's custodying the assets? Can you talk us through that side of it?
yeah, so we're a tech company, right? We're not a broker dealer, and so when I launched the company back in February, for one, I didn't even realize how much how much you needed to like be in compliance with regulations to start a trading company. Because I was a SaaS guy, not a fintech guy, and so it's like, oh man, like there's a lot of stuff to do. Um, so we are kind of using the neobank model to where a fintech company can essentially launch a bank account and be sponsored by Bancor or BBVA or something like that. And so our sponsoring broker dealer is Alpaca Markets, and they're a San Francisco based API broker dealer. And yep, you guys know them. Yep, you guys know them well. And so the reason why we chose them was I think what Robinhood did, and if we back up for a second to talk about how brokerages, retail brokerages, 0% commission brokerages make money, is it's either by order flow or by commissions. Like, I mean, those are the only really two main ways to do it. And so that was a big thing for me was when partnering with Alpaca, I needed to know exactly how they cleared, right? And so instead of selling it to the same clearing firm like Citadel or something like that, so that doesn't get us in trouble by saying that, but like they go by best bid only, and they have about 7 different clearinghouses that they go through, and so it's truly it goes with our ethos of trying to put the user and the customer first. But then eventually on our roadmap, we do have some aspirations to go broker dealer as well. So, but that's further down the line. Yes, yes.
That's the boring part. The fun part is the tech side, right? Building the application, figuring out what data to put in there, what the interface is going to be like. Yeah, so leave that to Alpaca. And huge shout out to Alpaca. If you guys don't know them, they just had some news. They raised a pretty big round. I don't remember. It was like 75 million or something. Yeah. So they just raised a big round. And I remember this must have been probably 3 years ago, visiting their offices in is it Palo Alto? It was somewhere out there. Yeah. And there was like 4 people there, like total. It was like 2 co-founders and 2 software engineers, and I'm like, it's ambitious what they're going after, but hey, that's best of luck, and they're doing it. So they're crushing it. They have a huge team. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So that's the business. What about the stocks? Do you have favorite stocks on your radar right now? This is the Trade Idea Show, so you have to give us at least one.
No one judge me for this, okay? But I just bought the massive dip on Virgin Atlantic, or Virgin Galactic. So I'm I bought the dip. Let's see, about 3 weeks ago now, 4 weeks ago, and that nice dip. Yep. So bought it. I think it touched like 22 or something like that. Bought it. So I'm not. I am a YOLO guy, just because I have to be. Stonks Trading, baby, like diamond hands to the moon. But I like Virgin Galactic kind of long term. I love the billionaire space race right now. I think there's a lot of momentum. But I'm also I also do buy rights on everything I do. So I'll do covered calls. I'll sell puts to reduce my cost basis, and so that's what I'm doing on Virgin Atlantic or Virgin Galactic because
Buy the stock and sell puts.
Oh yeah,
You get super long.
Yeah, I'll get
You're
long.
Long of the ass.
Yeah, I'll get long. Yeah, which I love the selling the puts because it at least reduces my cost basis while I'm waiting. But I'll go like 10% under, like, you know, and if I get assigned on it, that's fine. And then we'll hit it again. I'll dollar cost average like until it finally turns around and hits reversal.
Okay. All right, I like it. What about GameStop? You long it still or no? I got long again for the first time in months. Was it? I don't know if anybody in the chat remembers, but it was 1 or 2 weeks ago. I had been out of it for a while. I think I had the best GameStop trade of anybody. God, our GameStop story was crazy. So we had when Andrew left. Remember when he came out against the stock? Yep. It was like $40. Yep. He broke that news on this show.
Nice.
Like where this show that we're doing right now, that's where he broke the news. Yes. Nice. And I saw so much energy flowing into like the chat that I'm like, okay, this is special. And that's what triggered me to buy the stock in the 40s. Yes. Did I paper hands it? Yes. But my sale price was $420.69.
You're not going to get better than that.
at like 6:15 in the morning.
No way you're getting better than that.
Like I checked my brokerage app pre-market, like when I got up, like, you know, like 5:30 or something like that. I saw it was close. Yeah. Threw that limit on there. Got in the shower. By the time I was out of the shower, filled it for $420.69. I'm like, it was meant to be. But I'm long again. As of a couple weeks ago, I'm back in the name. Where are you at with it? And the chat hates that I'm in this stock too. They think it's all dead money.
Well, I can't comment on the dead money part because I own a diamond hands company. But yeah, I'm not in GameStop. I got out quite a bit ago. I'm still in AMC. I hit AMC at like $8, $9, and I'm still riding that. So the momentum trades are, or I mean, I don't even think you can call it momentum trades anymore with just how many retail investors are behind these. But I learned my lesson with Doge. So I had Doge for like 6 months. I bought it at 0.005 cents. There's 0.5 of 1 penny. And I held it, and it was like Doge is just not moving. And so I was like, I'm done. I'm out of it. I sold it January 21st of this year. Elon Musk tweeted like 47 seconds later, and it's been on a tear ever since. So I did learn my lesson with not sticking in with the memes. But once I hit 100%, I'm out. I got to rotate to something else personally. But don't tell that many people about it. So.
All right, and let's ask this one too, guys. Let's get Anthony some help here. Put in the chat what is most important for you with the brokerage app, right? So he's building this thing actively right now. Like this idea is coming from somebody in the chat said, please give us. It was Rich Geyser said, please give us a little bit more charting power. But guys, drop in the chat what is really important for you for your brokerage product, and you know, if we're all shareholders, maybe we band together. Yes. We start voting on these things, and there we go.
So back to the charting power. So something that we're engineering, and I showed the team a little bit of the app. Maybe I'll send it over and we can throw it up sometime. But what we're trying to balance is like, you got to give Robinhood props for building a absolutely beautiful product and business. I mean, you got to give them props. But from a chart, from a charting perspective, it's like there's not that much. And then Webull rolls out, and they give a lot of charting, but it's hard to use, and it feels like TradingView, right? And so what we're trying to do is like take the design flawlessness of Robinhood with overlaid charting. So we're going to have MACD and Bollinger Bands and everything, but we're reducing the amount of functionality you can actually do with the chart itself. And that kind of balance allows us to give more technical indicators without making it impossible to use. And then secondly, kind of our roadmap. You mind if I tell a little bit about the roadmap? So we're going to launch the trading app here in 3 weeks, hopefully. But on the roadmap, we're actually launching a neobank as well. So we are partnering with Bancorp to offer checking accounts, savings accounts, debit cards, credit cards, personal loans. I mean, like the whole gambit. And then Q1, Q2 ish of next year, we'll throw in portfolio management so people can manage their HSAs, 401ks, IRAs in the platform as well. And we really want to build a super app for just the retail money manager themselves, right? And like that's kind of what we're calling ourselves now. Is like we're retail money managers. Like we're managing our own portfolio. We do it the best. I don't have to pay somebody a percentage. And with partnerships like Benzinga and stuff, we can trade and train and educate our people to trade better. So, and then we're gonna throw a crypto wallet in there too, but that's next year. So,
Okay, and what about this one? I see a lot of ideas coming in here. Some more useful than others. Probably the most important one that I see is the confetti, the confetti animation. I think that one had to get taken out, unfortunately, when the IPO happened. But users like the confetti.
so I showed the boys here at Benzinga last night a little bit of the app, and when you execute a trade, it says, "Do you want to launch your trade?" And it's a rocket ship. And so we actually built in an animation to where you swipe up to trade, a rocket ship follows, and then hits a moon. So we have like a moon that comes down and explodes a moon. So we couldn't do the confetti. I'm pretty sure there's a little design IP behind that, but the rocket into the rocket into the moon is what we have.
Yes, I'm all about the rocket. All right, that's awesome. Any other questions you guys have for Anthony? Drop them in the chat. Otherwise, any final words of wisdom for us?
I guess wisdom, be a smart trader, right? Like, and like that is what we're buy the stock, sell puts. Of course, buy the high of all time, hold it. No, like, when you hit 30, 40, 50% in gains, especially on these meme stocks, and this is what, we're having to tell our community now is eventually you got to take your profits, right? And so liquidate. If you're up 100%, maybe reduce position by half, rotate. I'm not a money manager, right? But like those are my words of wisdom, right? And so take your profits, have fun, continue to learn, and then get on Stonks Trading. So
boom. All right, guys, I'm gonna put the link in the chat one more time. Really neat concept, the giving the shares away to your users. I didn't know about that until just now. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm all about it. Cool, let me ask you one more. Yeah. Republic. Why'd you choose Republic of all the platforms you could have partnered with for the offering?
Yeah, great question. So we actually raised a small pre-seed round on WeFunder, and so we have about 10,000 people on the wait list right now. And so we want to be as community driven as possible, which is why we're going crowdfunding route. We are trying not to raise a single dollar from a VC. This is like one of our tenets is like we don't want investment banks, we don't want VCs, because as soon as I put 3 VCs on my board, now I become beholden to the VCs instead of our users. And so Republic has a very good track record with getting fintech companies launched, crypto companies launched, and they also they're the only crowdfunding platform that offers a share drop. And so they're going to be facilitating the share drop, allocating the shares to our users once they sign up for the wait list, and which that will be done at the end of October. So we're just solidifying the partnership with Republic right now. But yeah, so like they're able to facilitate that share drop for us, which is why we essentially went with them.
Cool. All right, that's awesome, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate you hopping on with us, and the crowd, the chatters out there. Zinger Nation is definitely a fan of the concept. Cool. All right, guys. All righty, sir. Yeah. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks. See you guys.
That was Anthony Hughes of Stonks Trading. The link is in the chat. Please go check out the website and sign up if you have not already. Let's take a quick peek into my portfolio. We'll see how those trades are doing.